Hello, students. Welcome to the discussion on Daily Nugget 17. The passage I picked up from the cultural theme, and let us see what the passage is about. If you just want to read it once, you can stop the video and read it. Personally, I feel that passage, difficulty-wise, it is a bit more difficult than what we have been doing so far. So if you have scored less or if you have been not able to understand it in its entirety, no issues at all. This has been picked up from an international blog, so of course that makes it a bit more challenging. All right, so here is my analysis of the passage. Let us look at what the passage is talking about. Now, the different part about this particular passage is that there are a lot of opinions that author has given. That is one. We have done such kind of passages before also, in which author gives a lot of opinion. But the difference here is that he has talked on both the side, and it is not very clearly coming out that which side he is talking about. So there is always an element of doubt in this particular passage that what is his final judgment. According to me, the final judgment that he is making is that he is saying that there are positive things about dance, although there is a common belief that it is dangerous also. That is something that I will say as the summary of this particular passage, right? But let us look at the elements in detail. The notion that dancing is dangerous and subversive is actually deep rooted and wide ranging. So he is saying that dance is being considered as dangerous and subversive. Subversive means it can change the control, it can change the authority, it can bring the change in the government. That is subversion. To throw out the ruling government is subversion. So the notion that dancing is dangerous and subversive is actually deep rooted and wide ranging. And then he has given example throughout the history what they have considered. International dances have inflamed passion and come under puritanical fire. Back in the 17th century, British lawyer and lawyer William Prine, he said something. So he has quoted. So first paragraph, of course, now we are I'm sure that you should be very comfortable now to know that what are the example and what is the opinion. Every time you see, author gives the opinion and then backs by the examples or the explanation or the logic. That is what we need to understand. We don't have to understand meaning of each and every line. Now, for example, if you are worried about this word, that doesn't make any difference at all, because you know that he's giving example that how dance is being perceived as dangerous and subversive. Then the next paragraph, popular dance crazes have sparked moral hysteria. Whatever the era, region, or rhythm, the base danger remains the same. And then he has explained that whatever era or region there has been, the base danger. What is the base danger? He has explained here. The base danger is this: the dancing promotes sexual liberty and or breaks down social barriers. And so around the world, dance has always been seen as an act of rebellion. Once again, his opinion is here, right? That dance is seen as an act of rebellion. He has backed it, of course. So till the first two paragraph, what he is saying is that there is a belief that dance is act of rebellion and it is dangerous in nature. Then let us see what he talks about. Dancing has played its part in vital battles to be won around the globe. He is saying that dance has played part in it in the battles to be won around the globe. Now, it here, if you see, he is not saying that these battles, the battles that have been won are positive or negative. He has simply said that it has helped in winning the vital battles and given the example here, right? That there was a fight against racial oppression, so on and so forth. Then in the next paragraph, again, he gives another judgment on the same topic, of course, very similar kind of judgment. There is something about dance that disrupts tension and channels it into new galvanizing energy. What it means is that dance breaks the tension and disrupts the tension and then channelizes that energy into something else, and that something else act as a galvanizing force. Galvanizing force means stimulating force. It is a form that is able to make audacious and timely points often when we least expect. So dance is a form which makes audacious and timely points, means it makes relevant points, and at times when we don't expect them. Once again, he has given example here. He has quoted someone else's view. Now this time, when he is quoting the view, the person is talking about the dance in positive manner, right? Then in the real world, dance is also a force of life, and social media heightens the intimacy of its expression. So in real world also, dance is a life force. Last paragraph, he has given his again opinion. There is power in apparent frivolity and backed it with again quotes from Madonna. Last line is important. Again, his opinion. So if you see all the things in yellow are his judgment. He has backed it with the quote of some person or the example that he has given. So by and large, it seems like what he is saying is that dance is considered as dangerous and subversive by many, but dance has also helped in few positive things. Content, of course, is on dancing. There is a widespread notion that it is dangerous. That's the judgment. It has helped in vital battles. That's what he is saying. There is some positives in the real world, as it is a life force and it has power. It has power, though it looks non-serious. So that is what the overall gist of the passage is. Let us look at the question. The main idea of the passage is to illustrate how dancing has been viewed in negative light throughout the history. Yeah, very good option, but this is half complete. So I'm not saying that this cannot be the answer. I will come back and then say whether this is right or wrong. Of course, you know D is the right answer, but we will see later why A is not the right answer. To illustrate how dancing has contributed in breaking the social barriers and promoting sexual liberty. Once again, something given in the passage, right? That many people view dance as something promoting sexual liberty and or breaking down social barrier, right? But this is not what author is trying to say. This is not the main idea. Of course, it is one of the point that is being mentioned, but main idea is the content plus judgment that we have already found. See, to illustrate how dancing has been viewed in negative light by many, but it has power to resist change. Now, many would have marked this, but this is opposite of what is being mentioned. It has power to resist change. No, it has power to bring change. That is what it has been talked about. So this I can say will not be the answer. B is obviously, I have already told, not the answer. D, to illustrate how dancing has been associated with danger by many, as it can be used to voice disagreement or to rebel. Yeah. Now, this gives me the complete picture of why dancing is considered as negative. Because in the later paragraphs where he has talked about vital battles, that's what the vital battles were all about. They were the people were in disagreement with the government, or they acted in a form of rebel. So be it the example of the South Africa, or be it the example of Amsterdam's red light district, right? So everywhere, if you see, that's the common belief. The people or many people do consider dance as dangerous because it can be used as a voice to disagree or to rebel, and that is what author is also saying, that this gives it the power to bring changes. So answer is option number D. Next, which of the following is true as per the passage? There is wide-rooted belief about the negative impact of dance on morality. Yes, this is given indirectly, of course, that dancing promotes sexual liberty, and the author has also said that it is dangerous and subversive, and this is deep rooted in the society. Some dance styles have ignited hysteria. Here he has said popular dance crazes have sparked moral hysteria. That hysteria means extreme emotions. So obviously the passage is saying that dance has ignited hysteria. So even this is right. So that is why answer is both A and B. This I think is typing error from my side. This should be deep rooted and not wide rooted. In the actual test, it was deep rooted. So there is a deep rooted belief about the negative impact of dance on morality. That is the gist of the first two paragraphs actually. So both A and B are the right answers. Third, what does the author want to convey through the line? There is power in apparent frivolity. So frivolity means non-seriousness. What he has talked about is that dance has the power to bring changes. It has been used as a tool to voice the opinion or to voice the disagreement by the people at several times. Let us see. Dancing as an act is frivolous and it impacts the society. Now, this is not what author is saying, that it is a frivolous act, right? This is his saying it may look, it is apparent frivolous. Apparent means something which looks like, but it may not be. Dancing and as act may look frivolous, so this is better, but it has power to bring changes, and that is why B is the right answer. Dancing as act is fluid and infectious. This is given in the passage, but this is not what the line means. So this cannot be the answer. This is true but irrelevant. Dancing as an act is irrepressible. Again, this is also given, but this is true but irrelevant. We have been asked the meaning of the line. There is power in apparent frivolity. What does he want to convey? That it may look non-serious, but it has power to bring change. That is what he's trying to say. With regard to their views on influence of dance on an individual, William Prine and Madonna will agree, will disagree. Now, William Prine said negative thing, that what dance can do. It's a liberty to wantonness, a friend to wickedness, and a provocation to fleshly lust, a pastime unworthy of all honest person. So William Prine is talking in negative sense. Madonna has talked in positive sense. For an individual, only when I'm dancing can I feel this free. So she's saying that I feel free while dancing. So both will disagree on the influence of dance on the individual. Now we can say that both are talking about freedom, but they are looking upon dance from different angle. One is saying it has negative, in a negative light, and one is saying it in the positive light. So they will disagree. Which of the following will weaken the argument of Patricia Apergis? Okay, so what is the argument? The argument of this Greek choreographer is that that dance is a naturally relatable medium. Everybody moves and everybody walks, so it is easier to empathize with the physical sensation of migration. So the main argument is that dance is naturally relatable medium. Dance is naturally relatable. On what basis? On what basis he is making this claim? Making this claim on the basis that since everybody moves and everybody walks. So people move and walk. Let me write people move. And it becomes easy for them to empathize with the physical sensation of migration. So it is saying that people can move and they can empathize with the migrants. Let us see. There are other better relatable medium than dance to which people can naturally associate. Now, the person has not said that dance is the best medium. So this does not weaken the argument. It looks like a good option, tempting option. But if you break down, he has not said that dance is the best form. Right? Not everybody can walk, and so such people cannot relate with dance. Now, such things are never weakening the argument unless we find a better choice. Then we will not mark it. Not everybody can walk. And when everybody word is used here, it is not used in the sense that everybody in the world can walk. Of course, everybody used in the passage. Understand? Everybody used in the passage is for it does mean that most of the people, and it is a natural thing. Walking is a natural thing. It is used in that sense. We naturally move and walk, right? So not everybody can walk is not weakening it. We are taking it in a very literal sense if we mark B as the option. That is not what it means, is it? Very few people have sense of empathy, and so very few people can associate with the plight of others. Now he has based his argument on this, that people move, and that's why they can empathize. Now, if the question mark is raised on this, that very few people have empathy, okay, it's fine that many people can move, but the sense of empathy, very few people can have. And if very few people have sense of empathy, his entire argument is weakened. That is why C is the right answer. So that is it from my side. I think that this passage was difficult and the questions were also a bit trickier. So if you have got less marks, don't worry at all. This deliberately, I have picked a difficult passage. That's it from my side. Thank you.